Hey everybody out there, YouTube land. I wanted to talk about diet. When I first was diagnosed with stage 4, I didn't have any reaction. It was pretty flatline until it probably took me about a month before I was like, oh, okay, so this is what's going on. So I need to start getting back to like, what can I do? Get control, I guess. What can I do differently for my body? How can I help my healing process, with this? How can I make myself comfortable? How can I heal? All of those things, are just floating through my head. And I did not want to just do chemotherapy. And, I really do am a firm believer that diet is a big proponent of a disease or getting disease, meaning that like when you put a lot of crap in your body, you're gonna have a lot of toxins in your body. And so I already consciously knew that. I just didn't know what to do. And so I started to spin out of control with like, I'm gonna do this diet and this person did this, so I'm gonna do that. And, you know, I'm going to fast and I'm going to juice and I'm going to just eat raw vegetables and that's it. And I'm not going to eat meat and like just all these things that came up. And I wanted to just tell you a little bit about what I do and what's actually helped me. And you can check in with yourself to see if it fits for you. And again, like nobody knows your body like you do. And so there's going to be a lot of people that have all these theories, and there's going to be teas, and I will probably recommend some teas and some supplements that you can take that can help. However, again, you have to be the one that goes, is this good or not good? I just remember sitting and eating like a huge bowl of salad and just struggling to chew, and like it was just so much salad. And I just thought, well, this is going to defeat it, like I got to do this. So it was just way too much salad for me, for my system, and it overloaded my system. So again, you've got to check in with yourself and listen to your body. And like one of the really good examples I have is grapefruit. Now, I never really ate grapefruit before all this stuff happened, and then all of a sudden my body was craving it. Like I just had this craving for grapefruit juice. And so I ended up going and getting a huge bag of grapefruit, and I started to juice this grapefruit, and I still love grapefruit juice. It's weird. I think when I started to eat healthier, my taste buds changed. And my taste buds also changed from chemo. They're not quite the same. I know that eventually they'll come back to normal. It's like when some people would lose their taste buds during COVID when they got COVID. So this is similar to that, but it will come back. I feel like it's gradually coming back already since the last dose of chemo. So anyway, so what I do is I do an alkaline diet. So there are different foods that are high in alkaline, and then there's acidic food. And so what I do is I stay away from very acidic types of food, right? So I have a chart and a list that I go by, and that's primarily what I do. It's the easiest for me. I was doing like keto, and not that keto is bad. Keto could be good. It's just that like there's no room for carbs at all, and I was losing way too much weight too fast, and so I have to have some substance, like some brown rice and some grains. I don't think that that's totally bad for you. And so keto is more of like, no, it's just no white stuff at all. However, I did adopt some of it because I've substituted like, flour, like bleached flour. I don't eat that. So it's just looking at like, what are you putting in your body, and does it have a lot of chemicals in it? That's been my gauge. It's like, if it has all this added color and crap in it that you're not able to pronounce, it's probably not a good idea to put in your body. So you can keep it simple. It doesn't have to be complicated. And one of the big things I would say that I gave up was sugar, lots of sugar, because cancer feeds off of sugar. And so if you could eliminate that from your diet, that's just like very good, right? You're not going to give the cancer anything to feed off of. And the other trick is fasting, like fasting before, I would fast before treatment. The longest I fasted was like 40 hours before treatment, and now I do intermittent fasting. I have to be careful because of weight. So if you have a weight issue where if you're losing too much weight too fast, it's not a healthy thing and can be hard on your organs. And so you've got to be careful with that. Like I've had to watch that. Now I'm back in the gym. I've been able to work out, so I'm building my muscle back up to get back to where I was, because I wasn't like fat or anything, but I was healthier. I was healthier, and like I had meat on my bones, and now I'm to a weight where I never thought I'd ever see. So, and again, part of that is from fasting, and I did it on purpose. So it wasn't like I was, this was intentional, and I feel great. But I felt great doing it, and I have less side effects from the chemo by doing that. So anyway, I would say if you're struggling with a diet, like, or figuring out like what are you supposed to put in your body, what not, like again, if you eat fresh vegetables and fruit, you're going to be good. Anything like that, you're going to be good. So I chose to give up meat, which was weird because that's how I grew up. I grew up on meat and potatoes. However, I just did my research on meat, and there's just so much stuff that they're putting in it. And I think the best thing though is if you know where it's coming from, you know what's happening to it, then that probably would be the best. However, like I'm not in a position to know, and so even if it says it on the package, I don't really know what they're putting in it. So I stay completely away from that. Well, I mean, not completely. Like once in a while, we'll have some type of meat, but like it was strange to be a meat eater for so long, and then all of a sudden, like just now I'm plant-based, and I eat a lot of that type of stuff, and I did try tofu, and I have a difficult time eating that. So if you have any good tofu recipes, let me know. And so anyway, you can get your protein from lots of other sources. It doesn't need to be meat. There's a lot of misconception out there about that. So anyway, I hope that this helps you to just to know that like it doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to be this whole ritual. I did this whole protocol for like probably a month. It was somebody else's that I took, and I had such a difficult time with it. And the reason why was because it was so strict, and it was like every half hour I was doing something, whether it was a supplement or drinking lots of water or whatever it was. And I just think that sometimes it can be too extreme, where it's just going to make you more stressed out than it is going to help. And so I would say that you are the best source of what you need for your body. It's just a matter of you being able to listen to it and putting good things in it. I mean, really, it's a no-brainer. Now, I do want to address the sugar thing with fruit. So lots of times there's a misconception, not lots of times, there's a misconception around, like if you eat too much fruit, it's too much sugar. Well, yeah, it has sugar in it, but it's different than added sugar, like added table sugar or whatever it is. So like, I mean, kiwis are good for you, packed with vitamin C. Bananas, I stopped eating bananas because of keto. And the thing about bananas is that it has a lot of potassium. And yes, it has sugar, but it's not added table sugar. It's not the crappy sugar, right? So you're going to be okay. And also like carrots, they have lots of sugar, and or natural sugar, and there's a Gerson therapy where they talk about drinking lots of carrot juice, eating lots of carrots and green apples, and there's sugar, right? However, there's so much vitamins and minerals that your body needs to fight off bad cancer cells. And so the other thing about the carrot and apple juice is that it builds up your immune system. So, I just wanted to talk about that a little bit because I think it's important to listen to your body, and then also who are you listening to and why are you listening to them. And again, I tried everything. I did so many different things that it just was making me crazy. And so now I just, look, you know what? Let's make it simple. Put good, healthy things in your body, and you will be okay. So you're, again, giving your body the natural foods and what's good. Looking at the packages, like reading what's in the stuff. Like even if it says keto or it says it's healthy, doesn't mean it's healthy. That's the other part I learned, is that just because of that doesn't mean crap. Because it can say keto friendly and it's got all kinds of loaded added extra stuff in it. So I will probably do some videos on products I would recommend. And again, I'm not affiliated with any of these things. I'm not looking to make anything off of it. I just want to help people. So anyway, if you have something that you would recommend, I know somebody recommended broccoli sprouts. They're really, really good for you. I agree with that statement. So if there's something that you know about that you would recommend, please put it in the comments, and that way we could all see it and we can help each other with this. So anyway, thank you for checking out this video, and remember to take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next video.